What's up everybody, it's your girl and I'm back for another video. If you would like to be part of the G Squad, all you have to do is click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, leave us a comment, subscribe, and that's it. On today's video, I'm not cooking, but we got one for you. My mother is coming to you guys. You know, y'all seen her before. She did the deviled egg video. She's coming to you with how to make chitlins. So, first thing she's gonna do is show you how she cleans them, of course, and then we'll move on from there. So, make sure you guys comment below any other videos y'all want to see, and tell me what you thought about this video. See y'all in a bit.
I'm here for Whatcha Cookin Glenda. I'm better known as Chef Lawanda. So what I'm going to demonstrate for you today is how to prepare chitlins, but correction is also maws. And maws is the fat, belly fat, the part of a pig's belly. So it's a tradition in black culture that came down from the slavery, as a matter of fact, because during that time, we as slave people, we were given the leftovers. So we utilized them, but it goes much further back because it had to be from when we were in Africa. We wouldn't have known how to prepare it. But it was essentially, it was passed down to us for all the leftovers. You know, the slave owners, for lack of better words, got the pork chops and the loins and all that, and we were left with the leftovers. So we utilize it. It has become a tradition over the years, and now it's considered a delicacy. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to prepare the maws. As you can see now, in this pot, I have boiling water. And I have that done for a reason, because I wanted to start boiling as soon as it hits the water. I have maws here that has been washed with vinegar and water to clean it really good. The fat has been removed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in the boiling water. I have onion, celery, and poblano peppers. My seasonings are black pepper. I like to put lots of black pepper in it because it gives it a nice pop. Even though we have the poblano peppers in it, poblano peppers kind of vary. So sometimes they're spicy and sometimes they're not. These are a little bit spicy. I have some chicken bouillon base. Whatcha Cookin Glenda always uses this in her foods. So we're going to sprinkle, I'm going to say about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons in here. And I'm going to use Lowry seasoning sauce. Just a pinch or 2 of that in there. We're going to allow this to take a boil. We're going to reduce it. And we're going to cover that up and come back later. So this is the type of chitlins that I'm using. It is pork chitlins. Of course, you know this is all pork, from the pork I mentioned before. This is what you call triple cleaning. So by saying triple cleaning, that means that you don't have to clean it. Not every time you purchase chitlins, they have to be clean. So I'm going to take you a small step of how to clean chitlins properly. These are the chitlins. I've already cleaned most of them, so I won't have to use all of the video time. But this is a chitlin. Behind this chitlin, there's a membrane. You know, I had a girlfriend of mine long time ago. Her name is Clara. And she used to talk about how she cleaned chitlins, because I had no idea about how to clean chitlins. But she was telling me that you have to take this thin layer of skin off of the chitlins in order to clean them. And so when I first tried it, I was like, oh wow, she's right, look. This comes off. This separates from this. This is the better part, and this is the trashy part. So let's take that off. Sometimes it's simple to take off. Sometimes it's a little difficult. Make sure when you dispose of the part that you're keeping that you put it in separate containers. We're going to keep this. We're going to throw this into the trashy part, which is what this looks like. Sometimes you get more throwaway than you do keep, but trust me. Now this is the reason why you should really make sure that you clean it, and no matter how clean the package say. I ran into this one piece earlier. As you can see, it's really dark in color, and it has all this yucky stuff. Let's tear it open because it's in the form. You see this? Honestly, I don't want to be bothered with this piece because it's a little bit too dirty, but it came into the package to say triple clean. So that's a reason to let you know you should really clean it. I'm just going to throw that part away. Let's get another piece here and try it. Okay, we're back. Now these are the chitlins that I got from 2 packages, so you can see how much waste it was, but these are the cleaner ones. I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar in the water. I filled the sink up with water, cold water. Just put a little bit of in there, just enough to wash it. I don't want to change the flavor, I just want to wash them. I have 2 sinks full of water, and I'm going to put my chitlins in here. The maws that I had done earlier was done in the same procedure. So what I do is just I wash them, I make sure they're all nice and clean. I have a nephew, I had passed the bucks on cleaning chitlins. You know, me being coming up in age, you know, we try to pass the buck to the next generation, and he volunteered. It's about 25 at the time, maybe 24. And so I was showing him how to do the chitlins. So we were washing them. We came to this segment where we wash them. So what I'm going to do is right now is I'm going to put these in the other sink. If you can see how cloudy this water is here. Let's see if I can give you a, you see how cloudy this water is? I'm going to switch it out into the other sink. Anyway, he thought it was a good idea for him. He just couldn't get over the fact that it was chitlins and the origin of them. He would take a chitlin piece, one chitlin, and wash it under the water to make sure, so you can be absolutely sure if you eat chitlins that he are preparing that they are definitely going to be clean. Squeeze some of this water out of here. You know, vinegar helps clean and take away a whole lot of any bacteria that might be on this. Because let's face it, you know, chitlins are pig intestines. It's like where the pigs poop from, you know? So they're not actually, a lot of people don't like to eat them, but a lot of people have that acquired taste for chitlins. And there's a lot of people in my family that do. Okay, I'm going to let this water out here on this side of the sink.
Mama, I have a question.
Yes.
So you said maws. What are maws?
Maws are the pig's stomach.
Or what are
inside. They're called pork belly.
Oh, okay.
Pork belly. As a matter of
You
fact.
said that earlier, I think. But how come I hear people say hog maws?
Because that's what a hog is a pig.
Oh, I know that, but I thought that's what you were trying to say.
The maws. These are the maws. I didn't fix all of them because I was trying to do the ratio to the chitlins. And this is the package they come in. They're pork stomach, as you can see.
Thank you for that.
Good question.
Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, so I'm going to fill this sink back with just plain clear water. You don't have to do the vinegar thing on it anymore. And I'm going to wash again this side. Washing here. As you can see over on this side also, the water is still a little cloudy. Not as cloudy as it was before, but it's a little cloudy. We don't want that. We want this water to become clear. So this is how clear the water is from my last wash. Okay, here's some of the vegetables that I use in my chitlins. And I cook chitlins only, but I add the maws later on, and then I let them kind of marry together. So we're here. I have serrano peppers, poblano, Idaho potato, onion, and celery. And they're going to be chopped up just like this. So what I do is I use my crock pot here. Let me move these over. And these are my clean chitlins here. Notice I'm not putting any water in this crock pot. Only any drippings from the chitlins. I just put them in here like this. Okay, so my seasonings for this is basically the same seasonings I use. You're over in here with the hog maws. Gonna put a little chicken stock base in it, seasoning, Knorr. And once again, I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons because we're going to season it to the taste as it cooks. Season all. Once again, about a tablespoon and a half of that. And black pepper. I'm going to say that's about 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Okay, the vegetables. Now, if you notice here, I have potatoes. And I was talking to you about the smell. It was handed down to me that the Idaho potatoes or any kind of type of potatoes, if you add them to your chitlin, it will cut down the smell. So we have like one large potato. This is almost like a stew, if y'all notice. Then I have about a cup and a half of chunky chopped celery. About 3/4 cup of poblano pepper. Got 1 cup of chopped onions. And for the pop, I have like about 1.5 large serrano pepper. Now I know you're gonna say that's gonna be too hot, that's gonna be too hot, but once it starts to cook and the water starts to build up in here, that the heat from the pepper and the poblanos is gonna mellow out. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up together. Notice I'm not putting water in here because I'm using a slow cooker, my crock pot, but if you were on the stove, cooking this on the stove, then you would have to add water to this. But I found this is the best method for me. Okay, now we're gonna turn this on high. And the reason for that is I want it to start cooking really fast. And then once it starts cooking and you'll see the juices coming up, then I'll turn it down on a medium and let it continue to cook. It's gonna take approximately 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So we'll put the top on that. And I'll get back to you on the end result. Okay, you can see where it's been cooked down. I didn't add any water, but look at the juices that it has. It's been cooking for about an hour. They're not tender, the tender that I want them to be right now. They still need to go about another hour and a half. Hour and a half. I'll be adding the maws to it shortly because they're about the same. At this point, I'm going to add the maws to it. Remember, they have just about the same amount of seasoning as the chitlins, the same kind of seasoning, except for I didn't put the serrano peppers in it or the potatoes. So we're adding those, taking them out of its juices.
How come you don't add the juice as well?
Because it makes its own juices. There's some juices going in it, but not all of them. Okay, we're going to cover that. And like I said, we'll let them cook for about another hour and a half, depending on the consistency, the tenderness that I want them to be.
Nice flavors, juicy, healthy, with the celery in there.
That's the only healthy part.
Texture, really good. Moist.
He say moist. He don't got no descriptive words. Hey,
all around good. And they good.
and they good. Hey, we good. All right.